Hey everybody, quick little tutorial here. These McCulloch steamers are great. McCulloch, right here. This is the 1385. I did some research on it and it looked like that it was the thermal switch inside the fuse overheated, which it possibly could have. I haven't gotten to that yet, but I did see something. My switch was awfully loose, and then I found out when I opened it up, this was just hanging there. It had burnt, it had melted, it got hot. So taking this apart was very easy. Pop the wheels off, they come off pretty easy. And then there's screws here, which I'll show you when I put it back together. Here, here. And the reason you gotta take the wheels off is because there's a couple screws here and there. But I'll show you how to put it back together, so then you can just reverse the process. But I'm going to check the thermal switch, which I think is that right there because it's got a covering over it. So let me check some of this stuff out and I'll get back to you. Okay everybody, since I left you, I did some research on this, and on this one, this is actually, when I called the company, they looked up my number and it said that it was a 2014 model, which they didn't start putting the fuses, the temperature fuse, in line until later. I guess they were having this issue a lot. So I called them and told them, I said, well, you know, the only thing that happened is that my little wire here burned out of my switch. Got hot and melted my switch, so my button wouldn't work anymore. See that? So they said, well, they don't sell those buttons, the switches, but they would give me 30% off of a new McCulloch. And I thought, well, that's pretty nice of them. But if this is the only reason that it's not working right now, because this is a new one I found on Amazon, I got 5 of these switches for I think like $7. So it's the exact same switch. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in, and I'm going to start buttoning it back up, and I'm going to show you how we got this back together and how it works. So if you have an older one, you can go on Amazon and find these switches and repair yours. Or if this happens again and the switch burns out, I have another one to replace it, and then I'm just going to put a inline fuse, which I should do it now, but I need this like ASAP. So I'll have to order me one of those and then solder it in. But for now, we're gonna try it this way. So I'll bring you back when I get this finished up. Okay guys, powered it up, we filled it up, powered it up, then let it set. Temperature gauge went up, the light is on, which daylight, you can't see it. So we have steam. Okay. So it's very easy to take apart, guys. First thing you do is I pull this handle off. Just, there are some little buttons inside that, you know, they come out. I pulled this netting off. These, you just put a screwdriver behind there and pop out, because they're just a pressure fit. And then whenever you tip it over, there's 3 screws up here on top, little ones. There's one here, one on each side, and then under the wheel, where the wheel is, there are 3. There's one right, let me just lay this down. There's one right here, one here, and then one back here. Then you got 2 here. On the inside where the ball that holds the water, the little, I don't know, water pressure ball, whatever you want to call those, there's 3 on the top and there's 2 on the bottom. It hold it in place. You have to kind of finagle these little edges to kind of get them to go over and get them into place and line them up when you snap it together. And then I just screwed these 3 in right here. Excuse me. And then I went to the bottom and got those to snug in. Once I did that, I just used a little screwdriver just to kind of pull the lip over and lock it in. When it did, they all locked into place. And here's the little buttons you can push on these on each side. And when you push those, I know y'all are pretty familiar with those. You push those and pull up and it just slides out. Then you have to also take this off because this is connected to the threaded tube that goes into the ball. So you have to take this off, drain it out, and then go from there. And I guess because I'm working on a battleship right now, they got 13 bathrooms with 50 plus years worth of tile and grout lines. So I think I just worked it really hard, and maybe the connection where I had the extension cord plugged up and the extension cord actually sparked from the water or something and just sent a surge into this and burned that switch out. So I'll be more careful next time. But if I have any issues with it, burns out again, know how to fix it, and I'll put a fuse in it. So hope you enjoyed. Any questions, just shoot them my way. Like the video, dislike the video, tell me I did a horrible job, whatever you want. But until next video, thanks a lot.